Running with the weight of remembrance, a Rocky Mount police officer is running to pay tribute to police, firefighters, and the paramedics who've died in the line of duty, and he's doing it in full uniform. So new tonight at 6, 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett talked with him as he prepared for a race to make sure that those fallen heroes are honored.
Step after step, in blue and flag in hand, Officer Brant Gower will run 3.1 miles in D.C. Saturday for the National Police Week 5K.
It's all in an effort to honor and pay tribute to the fallen officers and to support the families, the survivors that are left behind.
Honoring fallen first responders across the country and here at home. He wants to raise $3,100 for the Rocky Mount Franklin County First Responders Memorial.
It's part of honor and tradition to pay respect to the ones that have gone before us.
Gower has run the 5K before, but never in full uniform.
The extra 22 to 24 pounds or so will be a little something.
He's hoping that will grab people's attention and inspire them to donate to the cause.
My first reaction is the man's insane.
Assistant Town Manager Matthew Hankins, impressed by Gower's motivation.
That's going to take some dedication and effort, but he's gung-ho about supporting our memorial, and we're glad to have somebody with that passion.
It's going to cost about $130,000 to install an engraved brick walkway, benches, and landscaping at the memorial. A peaceful place to reflect and remember.
They are not forgotten. They're cared for, they're prayed for, and people like myself and the others that go out every single day and do the job that they used to do, keep them in their thoughts. And this memorial would just be a beautiful tribute.
In Rocky Mount, Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.